Welcome to Nerdities. Bitches.
Hello, topic too absurd, no statement too asinine. Hey everybody, it's Nerdities. If you already knew that, you push the button, you subscribe hopefully. I'm Mike.
I'm Justin.
I'm Kyle. And family.
Ben.
Go.
What's left
Alright.
of them?
Whoa. Sorrow-filled Joe. You look whiter than usual. Isn't the lighting in that room?
Oh, yeah, no, I got this very bright light, like, right here. Like, right in front of me, so I am very washed out right now.
Completely. Like a dream sequence in a Christopher Nolan movie. You have anything to speak on?
Yes.
You want to go full? Oh, okay.
Yes,
Maybe
yes, I do.
The opportunity.
Because after a long hiatus, the podcast and internet tag team champions of the world got a little ring rust off yesterday. What might be one of my favorite interactions on a Facebook comment thread ever. Because
we're really going to do this, huh?
yeah, we are. Because for those of you that don't know, say something stupid and he appears. I believe in JDP. So, Jillian, our dear, dear, sweet Jilly Bean, she posted a couple days ago a comment about someone backpedaling with their ignorance about the Olympic boxer. The one that everybody's like, oh, it's a man, but no.
Didn't even take the time to commit to memory the person you guys were arguing about.
Well, see, that's it doesn't. It matters, but the interaction is where. So, the first person to comment on poor Jill's posts was this woman. She says, I get your point, however, if the genetics don't match, then I would say it is an uneven match. This is obviously a genetic defect, as most, all caps, women are not born with both. Having said that, there would be an advantage. It's not even. I have 4 daughters. If they trained hard their entire lives only to make it to the Olympics and have to compete in an uneven and unequal match, I would be pissed. Just as there are special Olympics for people with disabilities, there should be a third category with X and Y when it's a physical competition. To which Jill responded, person, she has lost multiple times. She was beaten by other women. To which she replies, I don't follow her nor the Olympics to know her record. Everyone loses at some point until they develop skills, etc. As she trains and works harder from a genetic standpoint, she's not, all caps, the same. If this is going to be allowed, if this type of defect happens enough, then why not test and make a third category? What would be the harm in that? When people match up, it's usually in size and weight classes, otherwise it wouldn't be even and fair. Just because you can't see this doesn't mean that an advantage doesn't exist. A normal women, WOMEN, will never, all caps, develop as much strength. That's why woke is creating more arguments because it's trying to go against science. Gender is determined by your chromosomes. As soon as a women, WOMEN,
You're pointing those out.
has one Y, she's in a male category because women don't have Y chromosomes. I'm not saying this
As opposed to having 2 Ys, which is definitely a possible thing that happened.
Yeah. I'm not saying this is anyone's fault, but science is science. Make a third category, problem solved, an even playing field. It's all about equality now, so why and how is this different? You wouldn't put someone in the Special Olympics and the non-Special Olympics, would you? This is where your champ steps in.
Hang on. Since we're going to already be taking up 20% of the show with this fucking story.
Dude, I have barely any fucking news.
That's fine. I just want to clarify, because there's going to be a point in the reading of these, since Justin's reading all of them, where it is going to seem like my opinion on this issue is very different than it actually is. So I would like to clarify that at this point in the conversation, my initial response in my head was, well, it's rare, and that's why no one understands what her situation is, So why would it make sense to have a third category in the fucking Olympics for it? If it's that rare of a thing to happen. Because if it was common, everyone would already know that it was, like, it would have come up by now. It wouldn't just be one Olympian that has this issue in our lifetime. Right? So, like, her entire suggestion is void because there would be no one else competing in that category with her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can, yeah. Just so that people know I actually had, like, a thoughtful response to what
they'll
you're gonna
understand why you're saying this when we get a little further.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to preface it.
Because you'll see what I do by the second response I have in this. I respond.
It's a lot. This is a lot of reading, guys.
It's a lot. There's a lot of back and forth, but I wasn't backing down.
It'll be good.
I was having way too much fucking fun.
It's not really that good.
It's fucking great.
It's not really
It
that
is
good.
fantastic. Especially how it ends.
Alright, just fucking read it.
Okay. So I respond, person. 1, woman is the singular. 2,
Okay, so go to grammar first.
yeah. 2, how does one find equality through segregation? 3, stop using woke as a term in explanations of a biased opinion. It sounds childish and uneducated. 4, please go to any female athlete and tell her she's not as strong as a male counterpart and find out what happens. She responds, number 4 discounts anything you have to say. I will never be as physically strong as my 6-foot husband, ever, no matter how hard I trained. I will tell any woman or women to her/their face she's not, all caps, as physically strong as a man, especially when both are training and competing. That's why there's been a shelter for battered women, because if every woman can stand up against her abuser, there wouldn't be an issue. Now I'm going to stop right here because I don't bring this up in any comment moving forward, and it was one of those things where I was like, why didn't I say this? But there's also battered men. Like, I have been in an abusive relationship. Not physically, but mentally. It happens to both genders. You psycho. So she
I got
responds...
so much more to say, but this is going to take long enough.
So she responds with, please, with your, all caps, woke self. I'm a woman, and I'm proud to be one. I may be physically weaker than my male counterpart, but that does not make me mentally or emotionally weaker. Take pride in the difference between man and woman. If you, sir, want to wear tampons up your ass and say you're the same, that's on you. Good day. I won't respond to woke ignorance.
She got you so bad right there, dude.
Oh, hold on. So I say, I pity people like you. I truly do. When confronted with a counter-argument, you automatically lash out with foul language and
I grounded
incompetent...
her so hard.
So
I
hard.
pity you. I look down at you.
When you're a villain long enough, sometimes you see yourself become the hero, Mike. When confronted with a counter-argument, you automatically lash out with foul language and incompetent insults. It is an absolute shame that it's been so deeply planted into your brain that women are a less strong gender. I hope you have a lovely day. Stay strong, winky emoji. Then I go, physical assault in competitive sporting events is comparing apples to oranges, sweetie. And in your dream scenario here, what's your motivation?
Sweetie?
Yeah, I did. She responds with... I think she removed a comment. Where she talked about what would happen if she were to punch me in the face on the street. So I responded with, I think because that's the one she tagged her husband in. To which I'm assuming now, since it's gone, he responded to her with a, please get my name off of this shit. So she asked what I would do if she were to assault me, wanting to know what kind of man I am. So I said, and in your dream scenario here, what's your motivation for assault? I said, we could keep doing this all day if you want, but it's going to get old. She responds, no difference. We will agree to disagree, but it sounds like you would hit a woman because there's no physical difference, as you already indicated. I like being a woman, and I'm sick of men like you trying to take our differences away. You are, caps, not the same. To which I reply, I never said any of that. Please do not put words in my mouth. Making irrational statements like I would hit a woman are not only untrue, but make my point of you being a child even more valid than I believe you intend. I simply stated that women can be as strong or stronger than men. I'm sorry that you lack the ability to understand strength training and muscle growth, but hey, no biggie.
When does Kyle get involved?
Soon. Soon.
It's coming.
So she goes, again, no matter how much strength training a woman had, if she competed against a male also training, she would not win. That's why there is male boxing and female boxing. My husband was a boxer. He would never box a woman ever. There's a difference. Now, I just would like to say, there's female athletes like Nia Jax and Jordan Grace and... who's the one that left AEW? Why am I blanking on her name?
It doesn't matter. A lot of women will
super
box
strong.
or men in the gym
absolutely. Because yeah.
Got a lot of body sparring sometimes, so sometimes you have to.
So I respond, I think you need a hug. So I sent a gif of the Care Bears. And then I said, I also think you can use some sugar. You seem very salty. Check this place out for some sweet treats. And I tagged the link for Simple Creations by Justin.
That's masterful trolling right there. That's good.
Thank you. So she responds with, of course you would love the Care Bears. That explains it all. Another person jumps in. Their comment isn't needed right here. So then Kyle. This is where Kyle runs in. And he goes, person, this is an odd point to jump in on the conversation, but what's wrong with the Care Bears? Is it the care part or the bear part? Would you prefer Pooh? And Kyle sent a gif of Pooh Bear hugging. And she responded with, nah, it's cute. Now I can see why you all think it's okay to fight girls. Only if you train, of course. We don't want anyone thinking you hit women or are okay with it, just as long as you both train for it. It's okay. Just not my type of men. I like men in my life that aren't okay with hitting women under any circumstance. Can't pick and choose. X is X and Y is Y. XY is still Y to your friend Sydney. Kyle responds with, I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to know if you're against all bears or only the caring ones.
This is getting fun now.
So I come back with, I think she's mad about X's and Y's. To be honest, I also hated algebra. So Kyle responds, but the Care Bears were about X's and O's. You're just making this even more confusing for me. I respond, I apologize. Apparently I'm all messed up because I like Care Bears, which is a weird thing to say is wrong with someone. Kyle goes, as a kid, I was torn between Grumpy Bear and Good Luck Bear. Never did pick a favorite. I'm not having much good luck with my questions, though. Another round of this, and I might get grumpy. I responded with, I always enjoyed the Care Bear cousin Swiftheart. To which Kyle responds, this isn't about you. Stop making everything about you. This is about me getting answers to my Care Bear questions, and while you're at it, stop laughing at me. Kyle texts me on the side and goes, but for real though, she's pissing me off that she's not answering my Care Bear question. I send a gif of a dancing Care Bear. Kyle comes back with, okay, so now I'm reading the actual conversation and I'm pretty uncomfortable. I was under the impression that this was about the Care Bears, and now I realize... Now I realize it was about you wearing tampons in your ass. I didn't know that was a thing people did, and now I'm going to have nightmares. Thanks a lot. Jill comes back. She responds with, I can assure you that my husband doesn't hit me or any other woman. I think this disagreement got a little off track here. To which I respond to Jill, what about me? And then I respond to Kyle, hey man, it wasn't me who came up with that weird stuff. I think someone has a fetish. Jill goes, oh yeah, you too. I said, thanks, Jill. And Kyle goes, Jill, I appreciate you clarifying that, but it still doesn't answer my Care Bear question, because as far as I know, they also don't hit women or anyone.
Yeah, they never resolved a single problem on the show or in any of the movies by striking a thing. You know what they did? They cared.
That's right.
They care.
Sometimes they cared too much.
I'm very disappointed that she did not respond about the Care Bears.
You know what happened there? She was so deep down a rabbit hole that when you pointed out she got angry about the Care Bears, she stopped, walked in the bathroom, and looked in the mirror.
I'm telling you.
What the fuck is going on with me?
She absolutely, her husband would just, I bet you he lost his fucking shit. Because she tags him in the question where she's like, she tries to like mansplain things to me.
I think he mansplained you.
Well, I understand where she was coming from with her perspective, but I don't think. I think she was way too invested in the conversation.
I don't understand her fucking point.
And I was not so much invested in the conversation as one particular question, which I'm still waiting for an answer about.
You will keep waiting.
Yeah.
I love the Care Bears.
I have no idea. I have no idea. Like, I'm seriously. I mean, like, I'm joking about, like, really wanting an answer from her, but is there something? Are they like a code for something? Are they like a pedo bear? Is that?
Well, they use the rainbow, right? The Care Bear stare. So the rainbow is gay, and gay people are automatically pedophiles, right? Isn't that what the truth
sure.
is?
Is that really the thing? Because I really had no idea what she was talking about.
That's the only line of conclusion I could draw. That's the only thought process I could figure for her.
Yeah, I think it came down to because I used Care Bears, and then I think that insinuated that I was gay, and thus leading to the tampons in my ass.
Mm.
Oh, I mean, whatever.
Okay.
That's definitely not the weirdest thing I've known you do. So,
All right, let's do a regular show now that we got that out of the way.
That's fun.
oh, Justin, you're not going to read the second half of the conversation? There's a second half.
Joe, you said you found casting
I did.
in the barren wasteland that is the internet this week?
So, get ready for this. Your favorite holographic character is making his return to Star Trek Starfleet Academy. Robert Picardo's EMH Doctor. It will be playing that same character who, at the end of Star Trek Voyager, was named Joe.
Did he become physical? Was he still a
He had the holo emitter.
So they're just going to age up a hologram. They're going to make a hologram look 75.
He did it in the one future episode. He made himself look older.
Okay. It's the only quibble I have here. It's the only commentary I have on it.
Yeah, but Robert Picardo.
Okay.
I feel like someone just hit me with one of those slugs from Futurama.
Hypnotoad.
Was it Hypnotoad?
Well, no, Hypnotoad was something else.
Yeah.
Hypnotoad was the #1 TV show forever. Trailers then. We only have the two, right?
Yeah, it's all I could scrounge together.
Okay. This is the third Paddington, and they're just calling it Paddington?
It's weird. It is, in fact, Paddington 3. But, for some reason... Yeah.
What was the first one called?
First one was Paddington. Second one was Paddington 2. The third one is Paddington 3. There's a subtitle to it.
That they just excised from that trailer.
And people in the comments were like, did y'all forget the name of your movie?
It's very odd branding. They're going to have to tighten that up quite a bit. But yeah, it looks adorable. It looks precocious. I should eventually get around to it. I keep hearing from people and movies that that's a great movie, so maybe one day.
Hey. Solid.
And Blink Twice. It's the second trailer for Blink Twice. One dropped a while ago. It was a bit more ambiguous. This laid out a little more. I mean, but it's mostly the same stuff. The only thing I've really figured out throughout watching both of the trailers is that I can't take Channing Tatum's teeth seriously in this movie.
Why?
Anyone else notice how glaringly white they are?
Very, very white. But he's super rich, so...
Yeah, but most of the time super rich people get a good job done. They don't just get an over-the-top ridiculous job done. So I'm thinking it has something to do with the plot. Like, he's going to take those things off and they're veneers. He's got missing half of them.
Vampire teeth.
Yeah, something like that. It's something to do with the plot. It looks interesting. M. Night Shyamalan presents Lost.
Did we just get invited to a billionaire's island? Oh my god.
Nothing bad's going to happen, right? We can trust him. He's keeping the world together.
Things like this never end bad for anybody.
So that's just reviews.
Yeah.
We were sitting around over the weekend, clicking through stuff, and saw that Abigail was on Prime.
I also watched Abigail.
You watched Abigail, huh?
I did.
So, I'm not going to say it was bad, because it definitely wasn't bad.
It wasn't.
I feel like they gave away way too much in the trailer. I would have liked to have not known the twist that happens way deeper into the movie than I expected. There's not a lot of time with them running and hiding, because they do a lot of character setup.
Yeah.
The characters are interesting enough. In some ways, a bit generic. It's a bit predictable. You start to realize who's going to pop up where. But it does that thing where, like, it introduces the real big bad in the last 5 minutes of the movie. And you're like, okay, you've kind of built him up verbally, but, like, I'm really scared of this guy.
No, which is... they've done it a lot in newer horror. And I guess it makes it easier for when the
Equal dating?
the antagonist, no, just, like, lays them out.
But, like, she didn't.
Oh, wait, are we talking about her pops or the
Yeah, like her dad shows up.
Oh,
and
see,
like,
I thought
okay,
I was talking about the dude that turned. You knew her dad was. You knew her dad was going to show up. He wasn't going to fucking.
Yeah. The Giancarlo Esposito thing was kind of obvious. Like,
right.
Someone had to be literally pushing the buttons.
Yeah.
But I did like the time that What's-Her-Face, Ant-Man's daughter, was a vampire. That whole mind control bit.
Yeah.
It was good vampire fun. And
Yeah.
the action... There was a real awkwardness to her, like a cringy creepiness to her dancing with a headless corpse at one point.
That little girl, fantastic actor.
Really great job.
When she's in the fucking cage, and she's like, I'm so scared. She's like, cut the shit. She's like, fuck.
She really played someone like a kid that was 200 years old.
Yeah.
This is basically Kirsten Dunst's character if she had survived and was like, wow, life is boring.
Yeah.
That's totally worth it. I mentioned earlier on the previous show we recorded, I watched season 5 of Fargo. I'm going to go back and watch 1 through 4, but the best part about anthology series, you can just drop in at any time. And this might have been the best one for me to drop in on, because it's basically a remix of the movie.
Oh.
It starts off with...
They waited for 5 fucking seasons to do a remix of the movie?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Her character is essentially the wife in Fargo, except for her getting kidnapped doesn't happen. The guys try to kidnap her, but apparently she's got mad skills and survivalist and kicks the shit out of them. And ends up on the run from John Hamm's character, who you find out is her ex-husband who used to abuse her. So she ran away and got a new life, and she's trying to avoid him at all costs. So it takes the initial premise of the movie, completely spins it on its head, but keeps a lot of the same elements. Like, her mother-in-law is a stone-cold bitch, played by Jennifer Jason Leigh, who's a lot like the father-in-law in the movie, but done very differently. Like, just completely rigid at first, but they actually build off of her. There's a lot of echoey type, like, what's her name? I can't remember her name, but she played the pregnant lady in Fargo. That character, they have a younger version of her in it, essentially. So there's a lot of things where you're going to Easter egg the hell out of it. It's like, oh, shit. Oh, that reference. Oh, cool. But then when you expect something to happen, complete left turn. It's fucking great. And that's what I was saying earlier. John Hamm as a villain is incredible. Completely takes you off guard. So lovable. So handsome. So dangerous. And at least 2 of us have watched an episode or 2 of Batman Caped Crusader. Mm-hmm. Did you watch?
I did too.
Okay, that makes 3. I'm only 1 episode in.
Yeah, same.
I'm 2.
Very impressed with what I saw. There's some stuff in there that I absolutely love. There's a couple of decisions, and I'm like, well, that's the kind of Batman we have? Like, I'm pretty sure he killed those guys in the first episode, where he hits them with the car. I'm pretty sure he killed all 3 of those guys.
Yeah.
He the Penguin.
I like that.
I love it. This
is one of the best versions of the Penguin ever, out of 1 episode.
Yeah.
They're doing superhero-y stuff, but on a kind of grounded level.
Yeah. Well, when she did that to her son, I was like, whoa. What?
This is a hardcore show. This is a a hard-boiled detective-y show.
Yeah.
They're not holding back. And one of the coolest things I think about it, they're showing him doing the sneaking around stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the techniques he uses to avoid people, and you're seeing it not from his perspective, but, like, you're seeing behind the magic trick half the time.
Yeah. There's more of that in Episode 2. Episode 2 is extremely detective. But it does introduce another rogue, and the way they play it out is so cool. The way it all comes out and who the characters are, because they're actually based on real people of that time.
Oh, that's interesting.
There's more Bruce Wayne in Episode 2, so you actually get to see how he's got
his
balance.
His fucking Bruce is great.
Their use of Bruce Wayne in this is pitch perfect.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hands down.
Yeah. Not being a complete clod, but just getting into the Playboy act instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So excellent.
Something that the Batman really sucked at.
Didn't exactly differentiate between the two. Oh, what was the other thing? The costume. The costume
I love it.
Is good. I really like the way the cape sits. It's not bad. Don't like those gloves. I think he needs the gauntlets. I keep saying it, but
it's got that 30s feel. Like, if he made that costume in the 30s.
And the animation feels so much like the animated series, but it's not the same show. They don't mince words about it being completely different.
You know what? It reminds me a lot of if you were to meld the animated series together with the Max Fleischer Superman stuff.
Yes.
It's the love child of that.
Mm. One did inspire the other, so they're just feeding back to the Fleischer a bit more now.
Yeah.
I'm very curious on, since we already got introduced to Harvey, how they're going to transition him, like, in that world.
It's weird. A lot of the stuff they're doing is just generic Batman stuff. Like, he tried to do the coin flip with her. And it's been done a bunch of different times. There's some stuff that's just like, oh, okay, they're going down this road again. All right, this thing. And then the very next scene will be something completely new. It's like, oh, okay, fresh idea, awesome. So they're feeding on nostalgia, on what's previously established, but also building new stuff. That Umbrella canon was perfect comic book shit.
It was.
Yeah.
Very happy with it already. I am so surprised HBO Max didn't want to go with this thing.
Yeah, me too. What the hell were they thinking?
Yeah, they've got to be kicking themselves in the ass.
Dude, I don't get it.
They're tanking it. I think they're intentionally tanking it.
It's so good.
Anybody else have any reviews?
I only watched one episode of season 4 of The Boys, but I think I talked about it already. Did I talk about it?
Should probably wait till the end of the season.
Okay.
Yeah, wait until.
I would have DeadPool and Wolverine, but I don't really think I would add much to a conversation since I'm the only new person who's seen it.
Well, your opinion on it would be welcome.
I mean, they already kind of talked about it, but
Vinny also saw it this weekend, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh.
But to your point, unless you have something specific that jumps out at you, you don't need to force yourself.
I mean, I'd like to know if he fucking liked it.
Yeah, I don't know if I said this to you guys or not already, but the only thing that I liked legitimately almost everything about it. The only thing I didn't like about it was I expected it because it's rated R, but in the MCU, the volume of cursing has not really existed. And even though it was, like, well-tempoed for most of the movie, and, like, the volume of cursing kind of matched the speed that the movie was moving at, there were parts where there was, like, lulls, and the two of them would just be talking, and they'd still be firing them off, like, one after another, and it just made me feel weird.
Like they were overusing it?
Yeah. Like, when the movie was moving, like, beat for beat, it wasn't as noticeable to me, but when it was just, like, a slowed down point, and the two of them were talking, and they were still just curse after curse, I was like, alright, this feels like a little too much. Like, they kind of went overboard a little bit.
did it feel like more than the other two to you? Because it kind of felt spot on. It just felt like a Deadpool movie for me as far as vulgarity went.
I mean,
Well, yes, because there was two of them. It wasn't just one side of a conversation that was like that. They were going back and forth with it.
having just recently watched 1 and 2 again, 2's not nearly as bad as the first one is when it comes to the language.
Did you watch the
No.
other cut of Deadpool 2?
Have I watched it before? Yes.
Yeah.
But it was not the version we just watched.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like the other supporting characters don't curse like that in the first two.
No,
Not really. Not much.
not much.
Oh.
But I liked pretty much everything else about it. And to be honest with you, I don't know if this would have mattered had the other cameos not already been spoiled for me. But the two cameos that I was the happiest about, one was an actor / actress, and the other one was a character from the comics. Were not spoiled for me, and they were my favorite ones.
Kyle, you can say the names of these things. I told you I edited 2 articles for it. I know the movie.
All right. Yeah. So Evans,
Yeah, as Johnny Storm.
yeah, being in it made me so happy, just because I realized who he was before it was revealed in the movie, and it made me so happy because Jill didn't realize it until it was actually happening. She was like, "Wait, what? Oh my god, I completely forgot that he was even." And so I got to like fully process the emotions of my own internal excitement, and then hear her shock right after it. And then Cassandra Nova.
Oh, she was great.
Was just when I saw how like her first appearance, I thought it was somebody else, and then I realized quickly it wasn't who I thought it was. And then in my head, because that name has not even been brought up in any other movie. Has she even been in any cartoons?
I don't think so.
No.
This is other than the comics. This is the first time she's being used. I don't think she's been in a game.
Yeah, I've never seen her in her game. Or
Yeah,
anything.
so I was like, I couldn't remember. I remembered her last name. I couldn't remember her first name. And in my head, I was like, is that? And I was trying to place the name, and then they did the intro, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited for this. And I was very happy with how she was used.
So Matthew McConaughey wasn't your favorite part? Or Blade?
I mean, Blade was great, but like, I had that ruined for me. I had that ruined for me on Saturday, and we saw it on Sunday. So, I was
Fucking internet.
I was pretty disappointed. Well, so actually, Morgan's boyfriend Matt ruined for me that Blade was in the movie, but I still had maybe they're going to bring in the new Blade. And then Saturday night, Facebook ruined it for me that it was Wesley. So, but yeah, I mean, it was tough for me to be that excited about him, given the other 3 people that appear when he appears. So, and like, it sucks because one of those 4 people I legitimately laughed out loud at.
Gambit?
No. I mean, like, I was pretty confident he was going to be in the movie. That wasn't fully ruined for me, but like, I had heard enough rumors about it that I just figured that they were true.
I've never been sure about anything in my life.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to be in that movie.
I got to watch his one scene You did a good fucking job.
I mean, I'm talking about Elektra. Like, when I saw her, I was just like, what the fuck is she doing here?
Wait, I was ruined early on.
It was very, like, emotionally, you're thinking, really, Elektra?
Yeah.
Were any of the Avengers ruined for you?
Like a Hulk?
Oh. No.
Or Thor?
Thor was ruining the commercials.
Yeah.
It was in a commercial?
Yeah, they put that in the trailer.
They did? I don't remember that in the trailer.
Yeah. I don't know. I think,
Nice pool.
I love Nice Pool. Regenerate?
That's the only part that got a bit too ridiculous for me, when he just uses him as a friggin' bulletproof vest. It's like, funny. It's very funny, but like, why'd they just... Okay, I can understand. Logan's not going to stand in. Logan's not going to stop him from doing anything like that. It's just so it's so Looney Tunes that it's almost too much.
Short Wolverine.
That should have been the Radcliffe moment.
Should have been.
Speaking of Radcliffe, or should I say lack thereof?
Adjacent to.
Yes. Adjacent to.
What?
Didn't we make a little bet-skidoo?
We did. However, they haven't cast the mutants in the MCU yet, have they?
So this is just going to keep going until maybe he's in it?
We had said that it was a Wolverine in the MCU, right?
I'm pretty sure we're talking about Deadpool, but alright, fiddle with it as you will.
It wasn't just Deadpool.
We really need to write these bets down, like verbatim.
Are we talking about the three-way Cavill bet that we had?
No,
Justin was very adamant that Daniel Radcliffe, because his mom's a yoga instructor, that he's going to play Tiny Wolverine. And I said, that's ridiculous. His hands are too small. Because they are.
Okay.
And
not porn.
Justin was adamant. Should I say adamantium?
Did you jerk off when Henry Cavill was there as Wolverine?
Well, the bag of popcorn definitely moved off my lap. And that wasn't butter on my lap.
So I seem to remember a three-way bet about Cavill that Justin, I think your part of the bet was that he was going to show up as Sentry in the MCU.
Yeah, that was a while back though.
And then Vinny said no, he's going to return as Superman.
Yeah.
In the DCEU, and I believe my bet was he's going to show up in the MCU, but not as Sentry.
Yes.
So I believe I won that bet.
No, I think Vinny technically won that bet, because wasn't that around the time that... What did he show up in?
Oh, Black Adam.
That was it, the Black Adam, yeah.
Alright, so I still won that bet, though.
Second place. You got second place.
Second place, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there wasn't a timeline, right? Wasn't it like a forever bet?
I'm Usain Bolt. You're the second place guy that finishes 25 seconds after me.
That's a lot of time for a second place finisher.
Well, Usain Bolt was so good, he started celebrating off the jump.
He ran back.
How long was the race?
I think it was 100 meters.
That's a very long race.
Maybe it was shorter.
I don't know. Right.
Anyways. Yeah. Vin, how was the finale of House of Dragon? I will get to it. I just didn't have enough time.
Bro.
I heard the internet was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, it is Game of Thrones, so...
It is... The most accurate description of Season 2 is it's a trailer for Season 3.
Yeah.
Because, boy, oh boy, I could probably write a better script in Braille, and guess what? I don't write very well in regular English, and I can't write Braille. Does that make sense?
I saw
the show didn't.
I saw today that they're like confirmed that House of the Dragon's ending with season 4, and in my head I was like, oh, next season. Oh wait, no, fuck. Next season's only season 3. Shit.
2 years away.
Yeah, I know.
I'm out.
I can't be out. I have to fucking follow it through, man.
I'll wait. When it comes back out, I might be like, I'll get to that eventually. Like, I could not... The shit with Damon was the entire season very stupid. Allison, I mean, her story was probably second best to Eamon's.
Yeah.
And even his wasn't that great either, because he's just like a tougher Joffrey with a dragon. And Damon should be cooler, and he's not.
Yeah.
The whole show sucks. But the coolest character had like maybe 5 minutes of screen time last episode. The young lord of that like kind of stuck it to Damon, and Damon kind of liked him.
Tully?
That kid is a good actor.
Yeah.
I buy it. I buy what he's selling.
I liked his setup. He's like, well, if you really wanted to show fucking solidarity, you'd fucking off this motherfucker.
Well, he came off timid, and then he's like, actually, bitch.
Yeah.
You're gonna kill that guy, right? And he's like, fuck. He's cucking me in front of these guys. I gotta do it.
Damon, I just slid my cock down your throat, and you thanked me for it.
Yeah. Also, the end was good until they always try to shoehorn this shit in where, like, someone's like, oh, wait, you didn't see it. They were doing, they do the thing where everyone's like, oh, let's hear it for the queen, blah, and everyone's like, whoa, whoa, and everyone just cheers, and everyone's all excited for the queen.
And you think, you're like, all right, cool, this is it.
Yeah, to go die for the queen, everyone's excited about it. It's like, all right, I mean, I guess you have to do it because it's battle, but, like, I like the guy that acts as Damon. That guy's a good actor. Not his best scene. Probably right before, up to that point, not that good. And there's like a female pirate. When she like addresses her crew, it seems like a shitty. Actually, not a shitty. It seems like a very good parody on a lady acting like a male pirate.
Gar.
Bro. For real, when you watch it, when you see her act, you're going to be like, wait, is this Monty Python and the Curse of the Dragon? Because this is kind of funny the way she's acting right now.
Gar, Steve the Pirate.
Yeah.
Peter.
Or let's get some flagons of ale, ye mateys. Let's hear it for the Lannisters. It's very, like, campy. But...
So on a scale,
I'm officially out.
On a scale from 1 to Pirates of the Caribbean, the ride, where are we falling?
With the lady?
Yeah.
Oh, she's Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Oh yeah.
Well, only when she talks to her like crew. When she addresses her crew, she puts on like the "I have to be a pirate now," and it's almost comical. And then she's talking regularly, and it's just like, all right. Kinda. It just, I don't know. I wasn't not a fan of the character, but it just seemed very out of place. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I can't stop watching the fucking show though, because I don't want to call it hate watching. I will call it. I need them to die, and I know they're going to die. And I just want to see them all die.
The best way they can die is if you turn them off the television.
No. Gotta.
Look at Mike. Look at Mike sitting back right there. Mike's so Eamon right now.
You know what? Too, we're to the point where we've pretty much watched like fucking everything. So like, we're not gonna bail on this because there's not many shows left that we have not watched.
Bro, this show is such a nothing burger.
I know, but there's nothing else.
Supernatural again before I watch season 3.
Yeah, but like, she's going through Gilmore Girls again, And for sentimental reasons, it's great, because Mike will tell you, every time we went home, it was either Gilmore Girls or MASH was on the fucking television when we were living with my parents. But there's only so much Gilmore Girls I can take in a day. Right?
Yeah, Megan said we're on a Supernatural again.
I didn't say I hated it. I just said you watch it a lot. I would watch Supernatural again. I think we talked about starting it.
Well, it's Kyle.
Fucking Kyle.
Maybe Smallville. Oh no.
Fargo. Totally worth a watch. It's fucking weird at the end. Really weird at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, Sadie. Okay, that seems like all the reviews, right? Got reviews covered?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's just get into the news, what there is of it. Justin should be super duper happy. In October, they're releasing a Trick or Treat limited edition 4K with heaping helping of where is it? There we go. Heaping helping of special features.
Special features.
Yeah, Tales of Folklore and Fright, an archival featurette. Tales of Mischief and Mayhem. Sounds of Shock, going over the score. Tales of Dread and Despair, archival footage of them promoting it. Season's Greetings, a short film from 1996, directed by Dougherty with optional director's commentary, essentially the inspiration for it. Oh, Lore and Legends of Hollywood, an archival featurette narrated by Brian Cox. That could be worth the price of admission alone. But yeah, 4K, so I believe $35 on disc.
Not bad. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad.
You don't get much physical nowadays. Speaking of, after the PSVR for the last couple of weeks was on sale with $200 off, sales spiked 2,000%. So there might be some life in the old girl left.
I just got good news. 8 a.m. tomorrow. They're arriving with my part to fix my fucking water heater.
That's a load off.
Praise atheismo.
It's getting on.
Honestly, glass half full, it didn't happen in the winter.
Yeah.
My last bit of news, a couple of images released, and the premiere date for Star Wars Skeleton Crew. December 3rd, first episode. Looks like amongst the group of kids that are going on this adventure, one of Max Rebo's species.
No shit.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. That's the one thing I do love about this era, getting to see variations or different versions, at least, of the same species, just articulated way better. And they also announced on the show there's going to be a gruffy old droid voiced by Nick Frost.
No shit.
Yeah. That makes me happy. And that is all I have got, because it was a very stark week. So right into food news, right?
I've got a handful of things. After 33 years, Game Informer is shutting its doors.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That is sad. I really did look forward to every month getting my Game Informer in the mail.
Yeah.
I would renew my pro.
Essentially
level.
just for that.
Yeah. So I was not buying games from there much anymore.
No. So, pour one out for fucking Game Informer, man. It's one of the last few nerdy magazines left.
Yeah, we don't have the nerdies, we don't have the dirties, we don't really have any magazines left.
No. I'm looking at when the fuck this was from. That was last Thursday. Okay. Did we talk about the... I did have a casting. It was part of the story for the Spawn movie, the reboot.
Is there new news about that? Because last I heard, they just had a title. That was the newest news.
Okay. So, King Spawn's the new title. And like you had pointed out, it is going to be based on the King Spawn comic series, which began in 2021. And it features Al Simmons as a leader in the celestial conflict between heaven and hell. As Simmons seeks to redefine his role in the battle between good and evil, King Spawn marks the culmination of his journey. The film, the character's first live-action adaptation since 1997, will star Jamie Foxx as Al Simmons' Spawn, and Jeremy Renner is playing Twitch.
Yeah, that's been in the works for a while.
Has
he
that
was
been?
Attached to it years ago.
I did not know that.
Yep. But given both of their health situations, I don't know what their involvement's going to be.
Well, Renner's already stated that he's going to try like hell to be back for Avengers.
Yeah, I thought the Spawn movie was just in development hell for years and just got shelved.
No, it has been. Every couple of years, Tom McFarlane would come out and be like, yo, big news coming, Spawn reboot, more Spawn movie, just you wait, and nothing's happened. And then this is more of the same. Like, was it 2 years ago they announced Jamie Foxx?
That was more than that.
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
Prior to COVID, I think.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
So according to the Russo brothers, Victor Von Doom's universe features an alternative version of Tony Stark that is going allegedly to be portrayed by a highly acclaimed actor. This might be your Tom Cruise Tony Stark verse.
I hope not.
It will be.
It will be.
They're in their fan service phase. Mm-hmm. They're trying to course correct from issues they had before. Anything to get pops, yeah. This will be the moment we get it. And it'll probably only happen for the one movie. They'll probably kill off Tom Cruise in Doomsday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll either be he's throughout the entire movie and he's a big sacrifice, or he comes in and Johnny storms it.
Yeah.
That'll be the new way to describe being on the screen for 5 minutes and then having your skin pulled off.
Looks like the live-action Voltron reboot has been greenlit according to a new report. Voltron first made its debut back in the early 1980s and adapted the Beast King Go Lion anime series for an American audience. The franchise was such a success that it went on for over 100 episodes, has since released many reboots, sequels, and reimaginings over the decades. The live-action adaptation has been out of grasp for a while and has been steadily making progress towards actually happening in the last few years, especially. According to a new report, it's finally moving forward. It was first reported back in 2022 that a new live-action Voltron feature film was in development with Ross and Marshall Thurber, Red Notice, Central Intelligence, attached to direct. Word back then was that it was being shopped around to multiple studios for potential development with Amazon MGM Studios, and now, according to a new report from The Insider, Amazon MGM Studios has greenlit the live-action Voltron, with casting beginning in the coming months.
That's another one. What the fuck took so long for somebody to make that?
I hope it's the script. I hope that they found a good enough way to do this, because I recently watched, didn't do a review of it on the show because it was dog shit, but I watched the live-action Saint Seiya movie they did for Netflix, and I like all the people in it, but whew.
Was it a Japanese one, or did like an American group?
No, it was. Well, I don't know if it was made by an American group, but it had like English-speaking actors that you would know their faces from stuff. A fan that gifted bracelet to CM Punk requests compensation after it has become part of a storyline. I know this is not the wrestling show, but this isn't about wrestling. This is about douchiness, and I gotta talk about it. One of WWE's most captivating stories in many years is CM Punk and Drew McIntyre's rivalry, which resulted in what is anticipated to be the first of many matches taking place at SummerSlam. McIntyre beat Punk, as he should. And while it initially seemed to be only a tiny part of the feud, CM Punk's bracelet, which has the name of his wife and dog on it, has become a key component of the angle. However, it turns out that the bracelet wasn't something WWE created for the storyline, but was a genuine gift from a fan. And they've now made it known via Twitter they are seeking some type of compensation for, quote, for contributing to the savage moment of the summer. From a legal perspective, it seems doubtful the fan has any rights to recompense, considering they seemingly gifted the bracelet to Punk during a meet and greet. Still, given that it has been heavily featured on television, it would likely be good publicity for the company, or even just a nice gesture by Punk himself, if they were to send some free merch or arrange complimentary tickets.
Well, yeah, they should take care of the guy, but I don't think they should be cutting him a check.
Her. It's a her. It's a bracelet.
They. I'll go with they, just to cover all baby.
Fair.
Bracelet.
That's that. They announced the sequel to John Wick, Under the High Table, is the name of it. And it is going to feature franchise stalwarts and new characters.
Okay, so now, by sequel to John Wick, do we mean
No,
the next
it is
movie in
it
that
is
universe?
a direct sequel to John Wick 3.
Yeah, 4.
4, sorry.
But the big question is, like, you could do a sequel to it and not have John Wick in it if you want to be an idiot.
It is
But
set
like-
directly after the events of John Wick Chapter 4.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is, you could do that movie and Keanu's nowhere around. The world just keeps going, and you tell a story like that. Are they saying he's coming back?
They're being coy.
Okay. Kind of hope he doesn't.
I hope he does.
It feels very cheap to end the
Fucking-
4th movie that way.
Really, the Baba Yaga? He fucking doesn't die?
Gotta end sometime. He's only a man.
The last thing I have before food news is they released the full list of nominations for the VMAs. There's no VMAs last year, I believe, right, Joe?
Oh,
Or was that the
I haven't
movie-
watched
maybe-
VMAs in fucking years.
Maybe that was the movie awards that didn't go off last year. T Swifty is up for 10 awards. I'm not gonna go through all this shit because it's a lot. But Swift is nominated for 10, Post Malone for 9, Ariana Grande for 6, Eminem for 6, Sabrina Carpenter 6, Megan Thee Stallion 5, SZA 5, Lisa 4, Olivia Rodrigo 4, and Teddy Swims 4.
I don't know who half of those fucking people are.
Apparently they make music. But what we're really here for is food news, motherfucker.
Alright.
Auntie Anne's has a new fragrance that smells like buttery pretzels in 90s mall food courts.
No.
Yes, it's called Need. Knead. And it's an eau de pretzel. And I kind of want to get my hands on it.
It smells like yeast and spick and span.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Like, that was perfect, by the way.
Yep.
The accidental thumbs down moment.
Yeah.
It'll do it. Okay, there we go. It'll do it when it just sees my knuckles, but not my actual thumb. I don't get it.
Yeah. I'm intrigued.
I'm disturbed.
I am too. It's not one of those, like, colognes or something like that. It's like, oh, here, let's go out. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Cigarette
Smell
butts.
like a fucking mall.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. Yeah,
Cigarette butts and like.
I miss the smell of. I miss the smell of my childhood. Damn it! Give me all the nostalgia. I want to spray it while I'm watching '90s commercials on fucking YouTube.
If you want the smell of a mall in the 80s and 90s, just take every perfume you have and spray it on the same card.
But I need that like yeasty pretzel smell.
Yeah. Do
Hey.
that, a hot dog, some Swiss Colony beef log stuff.
Swiss Colony beef log, baby. Hey Joe,
Hi.
you're a little coffee bitch.
True.
Did you see that International Delight now has cold foam creamers for your coffee?
I did not.
Yeah, they have it in pumpkin pie spice and, of course, peppermint mocha.
There we go. Now they could get my business.
Yeah, it's in a it's a whipped cream can. So it's got some volume to it, right? Question: would Beth let you lick this off of her?
Jesus Christ.
Or would you make her lick it off of you?
Yeah, that too. Joe, I feel like you're not a shaver kind of guy, though. So that's like,
I would
Get
go.
built up in there.
yeah.
I'd go a little A, a little B.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Red
It's
Robin.
never as sexy as it seems. I'm just gonna let you know.
What?
I know.
The whole thing, never.
It depends. You can't do a lot. A little dab will do you, and it depending on the substance. Whipped cream is the absolute fucking worst. Don't do it.
This is coffee creamer too, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's non-dairy coffee creamer because
Yeah.
that shit's fake too.
Yeah. Hot fudge is always good. But again, just a little bit. You only need a little.
No caramel.
No,
Caramel's
no.
a problem.
Yeah, it's too sticky.
No nougat.
Yeah, what are you trying to fucking make her a Snickers bar?
No. Well, I will bring the nuts.
Red Robin has a new food challenge for the Olympics. It is the
Oh yeah, I saw this.
it is the gold medal burger and Star Spangled Spritzer combo. The Star Spangled Spritzer is grenadine on the bottom, Sprite throughout, and then a wad of blue cotton candy. So you get a big old glass of that, and then a triple pattied burger. And you have a set amount of time to consume said combo, and then if you win, you get like a fucking medal and a Red Robin hat.
We were at Red Robin before Deadpool, and we saw that on the tables.
You were tempted, weren't you?
No, fuck no.
Joe, have I ever told you about the time I did the Mad King challenge at fucking Splitsville in Disney Springs?
No.
First and last time I ever did a food challenge, I finished. But it was a triple patty, but they were half pound each.
Oh.
And it had onion rings on it and lettuce, tomato, pickles, all that shit. And the fries, crinkle cut.
Oh, okay. Yummy.
That was a day.
Within a set
Pound
time?
and a half.
Yeah, I did it in like 22 minutes.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Nope.
want to rush through food.
Oh, it was on a pretzel bun.
Ooh, it does sound good, but a pound and a half
Yeah, it was a
of
pound of
burgers
fucking, it was a pound and a half of meat. That's probably the last time I've had red meat was that. Like,
Last time you needed to.
yeah.
Yeah.
IHOP's pancake of the month is lemon Oreo for August. And they also have a lemon Oreo shake.
I don't like that combo.
Lemon Oreos are a thing. They are the vanilla wafer with the lemon cream in the middle. People say they're good. I don't know. I wouldn't eat it.
Nope. Sounds gross.
Pumpkin Spice returns to 7-Eleven. Pumpkin Spice coffee lattes, pumpkin cream cold brews, and this year a pumpkin spice Slurpee.
This is such basic food news.
Ew.
Ew, pumpkin Slurpee?
Yeah, pumpkin spice
Fuck off.
Slurpee.
Oh.
When does it end?
Apparently
Hopefully
never.
here.
Apparently never.
Right now.
I can't wait for pumpkin spice condoms.
No.
I'm shocked that's not a thing already.
Someone makes them.
Probably is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what?
Mike's doing a bit of producing on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Bluebell Ice Cream is putting out chocolate peanut butter overload. Milk chocolate ice cream with peanut butter cups and peanut butter cookie dough pieces.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm about that flavor. I like all that. Sounds fucking delicious.
Speaking of ice cream, Beth and I completed our second year of the New Jersey Ice Cream Challenge.
Very nice.
12 ice cream places all around New Jersey. We finished Saturday.
Dude, not only is pumpkin spice a condom flavor,
Yeah,
anybody want to play a guessing game of how long it's been?
probably 10 years.
13 years.
22 years.
Justin was awkwardly on the nose. The earliest story I see is from September of 2014.
I know my pumpkin spice sex shit. Speaking of ice cream, I don't know if you saw me deep throating the pop that I had earlier,
I avoided it.
but it is the Malona bar. Have you ever had any of those guys?
No,
What's
I thought it was an
a
odd shape.
They are it's like soft ice, but this is melon flavored and it's made with skim milk. It's very healthy for fucking ice cream. Like, it's only like 70 calories. There's barely any sugar in it, but it tastes like the legit fruit. It's really good. So it's a sweet treat that I can indulge in because I've been low on a lot of shit because next week we're going to be in Disney and we have the meal plan again. And dessert with every meal.
Every penny out of that is what I'm getting.
Yeah, you should.
Oh, of course. You get fucking steaks and, whatever the most expensive thing on the menu is, that's what you order.
Dessert, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween Fruity Pebbles are back. Over at Walmart, you can get Kimberly's Bake Shop Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Frosted Cookies and Turtles Mini Cupcakes, soft chocolate cakes with sweet icing that have green ooze inside. I'd say fuck Kimberly's Bake Shop and head over to sinfulcreationsbyjustin.com and get the adolescent altered shinobi tortoise pies. I sold 6 fucking orders of them over the weekend.
It's going to take a little while for you to get used to that name, though, right?
Yeah. We can't have any gimmick infringement, sir.
Isn't there a Nerd E.T.'s episode?
There is. You can learn to make it. But I perfected the icing, and they look like them now.
Yeah, you did cover them very well in those last pictures.
Yeah. Dunkin' is putting out a spiked pumpkin spice ice latte.
Just no.
It's in a 4-pack of cans, 6% alcohol by volume, and you can get them at a liquor store near you, I guess.
Nope, good.
I don't like Turkey Hill ice cream. However, they have a flavor that has me a bit intrigued. Brown sugar, bourbon, vanilla. Brown sugar, bourbon, vanilla, swirled with cookie crumb and baked blondie pieces.
Okay, but I'm with you with the Turkey Hill ice cream. That is probably one of my least favorite. Yeah.
But this flavor sounds good, though. But again, it is Turkey Hill.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Mac and Cheetos is putting out a box of bones, bold and cheesy flavor for Halloween. Just like, the Cheetos has the bag of bones, bone-shaped Cheetos. Well, now you can get the macaroni and cheese version, if you so desire. Over at Target, they will have a pecan pie flavored coffee under their Good and Gather label, and also a hot buttery rum coffee. We got our first looks at the popcorn buckets for Beetlejuice. They are Beetlejuice's Tombstone.
Okay.
The handbook for the recently deceased.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
And a sandworm wrapped around itself.
Okay, good. Because if there wasn't something sandworm related,
yeah,
how do you miss that boat?
Yeah.
Now, are all these going to different places?
So Regal has all 3 of them. AMC has the sandworm.
Okay. I'll probably go for that. That was what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
AMC didn't have the Wolverine bucket by me.
What?
They had Headpool, essentially. They had a Deadpool hat with, a leather football helmet on it. I'm like, what? I heard nothing about that being announced. I would have bought the Wolverine one.
It's weird. Taki Zombie is back for spooky season. That's habanero and cucumber flavored Takis. I'm glad Kyle's not here because this is food adjacent. Dove.
Don't worry, I'll give you shit about it.
Dove has a line of body washes, shampoos, conditioners, body scrubs, and lotions that are all coming out for the fall season. Cinnamon pumpkin pie, apple cider caramel, and pecan butter crunch.
I will not allow this.
No.
They already have a lot of scents. Just because it's food scented doesn't mean it gets in food news. If you want to do candle news, fine.
Then cover your ears because Dove Men Care deodorant also has 3 food-related scents. And I'm going to snag one for the fall for sure. Apple cider and bourbon. Hot toddy. and mint chocolate martini.
So they want you to put these alcohol-scented,
Good catch,
things
Joe.
on you.
Yes.
So driving in said car, cop pulls up and goes, "Have you been drinking?" "No, sir. It's just my deodorant." Get out of the car. No. Why?
Yeah, you would be blowing into a lot of things. Getting away with it, you'd be doing a lot of blowing.
Well, why? That's the stupidest idea.
Money, desperation, and money.
Hey, listen, I'm down.
Don't drive a car. Don't get behind the wheel of a car with that.
I don't think it smells like pure alcohol, Joe. Apple cider,
close enough.
apple cider and bourbon's got to smell fucking delightful. Mint chocolate martini. Get this in a fucking whole body, so my nuts can smell like a mint chocolate martini. Oh, I'll try to blow myself.
Again.
Yeah.
Is it a beverage or a body wash?
They have a body wash, a body scrub, a lotion, shampoo, conditioner, and
Puts the lotion in
deodorant.
the basket.
Go to the store and put it in the basket. That all
The only problem is if you get like the apple pie cinnamony one and you're jerking off and all of a sudden you're gonna like picture Martha Stewart because it's very homey. It's very.
It's not where my mind would go. If I had the mint chocolate chip, what was it? Like the mint,
Chocolate chip, mint chocolate martini.
like I'd be worried that like it smells so good after I was done, I might like try to lick my hand, and like what if I don't just get?
Oh, why is it salty?
Mm-hmm.
Mike, are you
Yeah.
coming down this weekend or no?
I don't know.
All right. Well, in case you don't, as part of food news, I have this month's flavors of salt and straw, which is important because we're going next week.
Yes, indeed.
Here we go. Pink rosé and watermelon sorbet. Watermelon and rosé sorbet with house-made rosé raspberry jam. Grilled peach white chocolate custard. Sweet tart peaches roasted to create a jaw-dropping homemade jam in toasted white chocolate custard for overwhelming decadence.
Haven't gotten me yet.
Smoked mac and cheese. No picnic is complete without a scoop of mac and cheese ice cream made with savory flour, water, foods, pasta, and Beecher's smoked flagship cheese.
Did you just say mac and cheese ice cream?
Yes.
Now, I want you to try it. You probably already will when we go down there. And we need to get your review on whether or not their version of ice cream mac and cheese is better than Chicken Guy's actual mac and cheese.
Yes. The answer to this is already yes.
Mm.
This one I think has you.
Wait, when you eat this said mac and cheese ice cream, please take a picture of this. I need to know what this looks like.
Ice cream, Joe. But yes, I will take pictures. Cinnamon and honey fried chicken.
Okay.
A sweet, savory, spiced vanilla ice cream with crispy bits of fried chicken croissant. So what they did here is instead of putting actual fried chicken, they flavored croissant dough like fried chicken batter. And then used pieces of it inside of the spiced vanilla ice cream.
I want to try it.
Yeah, we're going to try it.
I don't know if I'd have more than the sample of it. That seems like one of those weird opulent ones.
Yeah. And last but not least, for August's flavors of the month, cherry pie.
That's a normal flavor. That's
one.
the most normal thing you said.
Yeah. It is
What's the addendum?
all American cherry pie studded with chunks of pie crust and a salted vanilla ice cream.
Nothing weird.
I'm expecting so much more.
Yeah, me too.
No? Does it? I mean, they have all their regular flavors, of course.
Yeah, but just cherry pie.
Yeah, it's just a salted
Back up to the
vanilla.
word. reduction or compote or anything in there? Not.
I mean, there's a splash of amaretto.
Okay, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
there's a next level to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it's gonna be fucking delicious. And that's
Any douches?
no douche. I got nothing.
I got a nerd.
Woo.
Okay, go for it.
Australia for testing out glow-in-the-dark paint lines on the road.
That's pretty old though.
That's old?
Yeah, it's
I
like-
just saw it today.
It's like a couple years old.
Oh, damn it.
Crikey, Jab.
Well, the
No
douche
money.
is that person who just posted that poll in me that it was...
Yeah, fuck that.
Damn you, internet!
Old man yells at cloud. My nerd of the week, some nerds. Ryan Reynolds for trying to get a Blade send-off movie like Logan to happen. I think if anyone can get behind it and make it happen, yeah. I think Wesley deserves a better way to end than Blade Trinity. I would love to see a movie about him and the new character that he's got in the comics, his daughter.
Yeah, but that's not gonna happen. Feige's too hung up on getting Mahershala done. So
Is he though?
he is
They're pretty hung up.
he is hung up
Yeah.
on having it done.
He's hung up for sure.
There's hanging up involved.
Yeah.
There are problems to be had. My other nerd of the week, anyone figured out how to say this guy, this Disek Yusuf, the guy who won the silver medal in like his sweatpants?
Ah, that dude.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's spirit animal when they game.
yeah. This guy showed up looking like he gave 0 fucks and took silver.
And when he won, the newscaster was like asking him like, "Oh, you know, how was training? Like, how do you feel?" And he was just like, "Where can I go smoke a cigarette?" Like, couldn't give any more fucks. He was just like, "I've done it. I'm gonna go."
Here's the
Chill.
breakdown, the 4-paragraph story that I saved. Dikes Yusuf, that's where she's going to go with that, who only recently took up shooting after a particularly heated argument with his ex-wife. Credits his success to his newfound passion for seeing his kids and a relentless drive to prove his ex wrong. I never thought I'd be here, Yusuf said, shrugging nonchalantly. I was just aiming for a weekend with the kids. The 52-year-old, who works as a mechanic in a small garage in Istanbul, first picked up a gun during a particularly frustrated divorce mediation. That sentence doesn't make sense. He picked up a gun during a divorce mediation.
It might have been like a backwoods stress reliever, because it does kind of, shooting skeets or bottles or whatever. You're like, yeah.
I think it's the wording. I mean, first picked up a gun after a particularly frustrating divorce mediation.
Right.
Yeah. During is what I keep catching on.
Right, him just pacing in the room with a gun and saying, just like, this fucking bitch, she just does not make the bed.
I try and I try and I try. It's never good enough, right, Doctor? It's never good enough. You see me trying. Agree with me.
She's like, I keep leaving the seat up, but I don't leave the seat up. Even though I do, I just don't care. Why do I have to care?
Yeah. After winning silver, Yusuf stood emotionless on the Olympic podium and declared, Sharon, if you're watching this, I want my dog back. Yes, he is John Wick. So, both of them. Bravo. No, Kyle. Nerdies.youtube.com. Nerdies.
Facebook.com/nerdities. Twitter nerdities. Instagram nerdities.
Just Google nerdities.
Don't do that.
still
Like
nerdies.
1,000 things comes up now. Like it'll take forever.
Really?
Yeah.
Go for the top ones, though. The top ones are the ones that count.
Yeah, like our OnlyFans. Footfinder.com/nerdities for our feet if you want to jerk it to them. If you want a full experience. Whatever. Go to tpublic.com, search nerdities, click on shirts, buy them. You won't. Pores. Go over to sinfulcreationsbyjustin.com and stuff your void with my treats.
Sounds threatening.
Whatever. All right, Joe.
Go to youtube.com/nerdities. Hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell when new content is coming. Because a whole lot of new content is coming and is here, which including our cooking show, Nerd ETs, where nostalgia comes to eat. Right now, you should be seeing the Magic Middles episode of Nerd ETs, and stay tuned for next week for the season finale of Nerd ETs, where Justin will create probably one of the most delicious treats I've ever had.
Yeah, it's definitely the best thing that's been in your mouth.
Cakey. We also have in the works a Halloween special, a Christmas special, the final installment of the Joe trilogy entitled Justice League. There is a feature film in the works. If you want to see your name in lights and become that producer, give us money. just give us money.
The old Joe standby.
We need a budget to do this stuff, and, you'll get your name in lights. You'll be a producer. You'll be like, hey, I produce films. There you go. Write to us at nerdies@gmail.com, because we'll croon, we'll swoon, we'll talk about your business and or product.
Okay. The opinions of the Nerdies crew are idiotic and poor, but don't worry, next week's will be far more insulting. Bye.
Bye. I'm looking at the views on Nerd ETs. It's not horrendous. You can tell people have, very specific tastes, because the drink episodes, not many views. Food episodes, way more views. So
they like the Ninja Turtle pies.
They really love the Ninja Turtle pies. Again, you can get those at sinfulcreationsbyjustin.com. So I guess we announced Season 2 is happening. Right? That's a little tag here. Yeah, Season 2. Nerd ETs. We film this winter. And what's the gimmick this one? Is it recipes from
the future?
From Star Wars, or are we doing the theme park one?
Oh, this is the theme park one.
Theme park foods. Won't you join us? Fuck bye.
youtube.com/nerdities.
Bye.
Let's go to sleep, guys. I'm tired.
Good night.
Because of the end of civilization, the Clamp Cable Network now leaves the air. We hope you have enjoyed our programming, but more importantly, we hope you have enjoyed life.